People might mistake me for some kind of a masochist, which isn't true and would be ridiculous for people to think about.
This clip represents about 75% of the thoughts that were going through my mind while I was reading this manga. But it made me go so I guess it's alright. Basically, the main character is Bruce Wayne, but he's a doctor and can make organs and has made himself basically invincible. Basically a biological machine that can take hits from anything. And you know, you might be wondering, why did this man make himself an invincible character? What was his goal behind making himself unkillable? Well, one day he was at a coffee shop or a restaurant, I don't particularly remember, and he meets this girl, and he's like, oh my gosh, my heart skipped a beat, that must mean something, I am in love. So he decides to do what every reasonable person would do in the situation and run a background check on her. And he discovers that this woman in the question is an assassin. And instead of running the fuck away and just not engaging with that, he decides to basically pay her to assassinate him and make himself invincible in order to win her heart. And every time she's about to assassinate him and like stabs him or shoots him, he does some sort of mental gymnastics and he loves it and is like, and that shit's funny to me. I don't know why, but it is. But I know I'm making this like sound like a fucking downer thing, but that is generally what anime and manga are. In a conceptual way, everything is kind of bizarre and not like really that funny when you get it, take it out of context or just explain it as it is. However, if I'm not being an asshole and actually explaining the story, it's a rom-com where they basically do the same formula over and over again, where the assassin tries to assassinate him, and over time they kind of fall in love, and they have funny antics along the way, and I enjoy it. If you are a fan of comedy and are sick of high school settings, shit, this is what you're looking for. Go for it. Unfortunately, it's still a manga, and I don't particularly see it being adapted to an anime because it's a 16+ rating, but it might already have one out there. I'm not really a research guy. Tom will put it in the video if it actually has an anime or if it's coming out. But if it's what I'm thinking and it's not having an anime, it's a good read. You should read it. 3.9 out of 5. Bye.